Hey guys, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year to all of you, right? Because now today is the first day of the 2021. So Happy New Year, and this is the first one of our channel. You know, I not very easy to get registered account that not been used by the other people in the YouTube and Gmail. So actually you see the email at the right hand corner, right upper corner. The email is Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com because I tried many other names like US Stock Market without the weekly been registered by the Gmail. Some people already registered before and I have to open another account. So I used the name US Stock Market Weekly for this channel. So this is the first one, and welcome all of you for the channel. And this is from Hong Kong. This channel is from Hong Kong, and we all have unforgettable 2020, right? And it just passed. Today is the first day of 2021, and now the vaccine comes out already, right, from the Pfizer and then the Moderna. So I hope this COVID-19 pandemic will end in the first quarter of this year, or maximum I hope it will end in the second quarter of this year. So Happy New Year to all of you, and welcome to the first one of our channel. And today this is the first one, so I want to introduce our channel, and also on our first program it's not going to be very long, so I want to briefly explain how to judge a PE ratio is reasonable or not. And also I will take an example of Square stock performance to explain. Not a very good example, but a lot of Hong Kong audience asked me about Square, because you can see in these few weeks, right, the Dow Jones and Nasdaq still goes up, but the Square stock price goes down. It goes in opposite. So what happened? So I use Square as a typical example, and we have some portfolio in our Hong Kong channel. We have some investment portfolio. So I used one with this portfolio. I call it Falcon. This portfolio I call it Falcon. So I will recap the performance at the left upper hand corner of the first page, but I will show you the portfolio every week. And this portfolio in my Hong Kong channel appears also every week. So this is the front page, right? Then you can see our channel's name is US Stock Market Weekly. So if you want to email me, you just email to usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. No space is okay. And today is the first one, right? Happy New Year 2021. Let me give you some background of our channel. I have a channel in Hong Kong, and we have several programs in Hong Kong every day, mainly in YouTube, right? So I'm in Hong Kong stock market for 23 years already. I'm over 50. I will be older than over there a lot of you, right? Because I'm over 50 already, and I've been in Hong Kong stock market for 23 years, in US stock market for nearly over 11 years, nearly to 12 years, and we have the YouTube finance program in Hong Kong for 3 years already. So we have some investment portfolio already, and 2 of them are in Hong Kong stock. Some of them are China stock, and we have another 2 for portfolio for US stock. So this Falcon portfolio is one of them. It is free of charge. And I update it every week. And for some of the Hong Kong investment portfolio, it's been for 5 years already, and I update it every week. So I give a name to it as the Falcon, and the starting amount is $350,000 US dollar, and we completed the portfolio on early of last year, 2020. So you can see the red was, and after this is completed, now is 11 months. So our performance is 57%. So very surprisingly, I was beaten by Nasdaq. Nasdaq's performance is 65%, and this portfolio's performance is 57% for the last, you can say 1 year, right? Just few weeks to 1 year. So you can see the stock we are holding, and I will update you every week. Every week I'll update you. This is free of charge, no need money. And our stock is Google, Apple, Visa, PayPal, and Adobe, and we still have some cashes. Right? So you can follow this portfolio or whatever, doesn't matter, right? But we will in this program, then we will update the stock performance of our stocks. So, and also we will introduce some. I just want to share some of my investment experience with all of you, right? So welcome to give me any comments you have. So today I want to discuss with, actually I've been explaining a few times to my Hong Kong readers on how to judge a PE ratio. We always heard that, right? PE, how much is the PE, how much it is very high, is now is very cheap PE, something like that. Then how to judge a PE is of a stock is reasonable or not. A very simple explanation is the price of the share to the earnings per share. Very simple. Price of a share to the earnings per share. But I have to explain a little bit. This is provided the number of shares doesn't change, right? You know, some of them will increase the number of shares. Then this becomes meaningful when we are talking about the same number of shares being issued. And second, it is on yearly base. That means the earnings per share is per 1 year. Per 1 year, not per 1 quarter, right? Very simple. And the price of the share at this moment divided by the earnings per share per year. This is the price per earning ratio, PE. And how to explain it? If you want to easily remember how it means, you imagine you invested 10,000. You invested 10,000. How many years you need to earn back your capital is the concept of PE. Very simple. Say if 24 years, that means I invested 10,000 bucks in this business. So I need 24 years to earn back all my capital. This is the price to earning ratio. Very simple. Okay, we take an example of Square, right? This company, right? This stock. So at the left bottom corner, you will see that is the price to earning ratio. Yesterday, 462.42. Wow, how you see the emoji, right? Wow, is it? Wow, is it reasonable? Seems too high, right? Seems very high, right? Normally we will see it's under 100. Why is it so high? Is it reasonable? So let us see the net profit of Square in the past few years. So is it too high? Wow, over 462. Is it too high or not high or cheap? How to interpret? How do we judge a PE? Is we judge a PE from the yearly operation net profit growth. Remember, it's yearly, not 1 quarter. Sometimes you can use a quarter, but you have to make it into a 1 year. And the operational net profit growth is very important because many of the business company The profit is not because of the operation. It's because they sell a property, they buy in some stock and they earn the money, they sell out one building, something like that. And we judge the PE is from the operation. We mean the operation is because of the business. It's her business. Not sell out a property, not earn money from a stock, not earn money from some debentures, some bonds like that. It's from their operation, from their own business. And what we mean is the net profit, not the gross profit, not the profit before tax, not EBITDA. It is the net profit after tax, right? This is the official way. So let us see the Square's net profit history, so you can check it easily on the internet. I have recorded them, we kept them in the table so you can see, right? So you can see actually since 2016, it still lost. 2016, it lost 1.72 billion. And when it goes to 2017, that means after 1 year, it lost less. It only lost 0.62 billion. So actually, this is a twisted increment. It's not an official increment, because normally we won't count the loss, an increase in loss. It should be loss less, right? So I call it a twisted increment. It's 64%. From end of 16 to end of 17, right? Okay, when it move up 1 year after, from end of 17 to end of 16, lost 0.62 billion to loss, and it further lost less. Up till the end of 18, it only lost 0.3845 billion US dollar. So that is another twisted increment of 38%. Okay, we come to the dramatic year. It's from the end of 18 to end of 19, right? The loss is from loss 0.3845 billion to earn money. The earning is positive. How much you earn? 3.75 billion US dollar. So you see this is not a twisted, actually. This is a real increment on the net profits. Is more than 1,000%. That means 10 times. Simple, right? Okay, let us move to this year. From 2019 to 2020, the year just passed. It moves from 3.75 billion to 2020. 2020, the last quarter's performance is not announced yet, but we can see the Q1 is still lost. Q1 still lost. Q2 also lost, but lost less. Q3, it got a positive, 0.365 billion. So we don't know about Q4. But if we compare to end of 19, probably its earning will less than 3.75, right? So probably the increment is a negative. Most probably, right? We can see that. Unless it got 12 billion, right? It got more than 10 billion earning. It seems not possible, right? So actually, most probably from 19 to 20, the increment of Square's net profit is a negative. That means it will not earn more than 3.75. So let us see the stock price, see how it goes, right? I have recapped the table just next to the price history so you can see. So actually, when we compare the trend of the net profit increment to the stock price, you can see first is end of 16 to end of 17, right? End of 16. End of 16 is the early of 17. So you can see it goes up. From the price history, from 17 to 2018, the share price goes up. Reasonable, right? Okay, we move up to the second. It's a twisted increment, is 38%. So from end of 18 to end of 19, it also goes up. Makes sense, right? Okay. From 18 to 19, and the twisted increment is over 10 times, right? But we can see from 19 to 20 seems no increment. Just not reasonable, right? Seems not reasonable. Okay, from 19 to 20, that means from early beginning of 20 to end of 20, most probably the net profit is a negative, right? The net profit growth is negative, but it goes up very sharply. You can see it goes up from 1 year before 32 to just end of this year, end of 2020, 243. That means nearly 6 times. What happened? What happened? Let us see what happened. So for a traditional explanation, for a PE of over 400, the yearly net profit growth should be at least 2.5 to 3 times. This is what the official way. That means it is when many years before I learned from my master, right? For a PE of over 400, the net profit growth, in order to support that price to earning ratio, must be over 250 to over 300%. It can support that high PE. Normally, for a sustainable high PE, sustainable, that means not only few months or not only half year, is for many years. You need 2 conditions to fulfill this. One is the business is a monopoly. Another is it is a very high technology. Very high technology, right? Like the intuitive surgical for the medical is very high technology, right? Or like the Tesla is electrical vehicle, so it has a monopoly and high technology. We call it high technology, right? Apple is doing that. So the Square is a monopoly or high technology? Is it? It seems not high technology, right? In nowadays, many years before, seems you can still call it a high technology, but nowadays, right? You know, Square is just in some small shops. You install their app, and then you bought the device from them. Then you can help your business. Then you can link to the Visa, and then you can link for your bank to do the payment. It's not high technology. PayPal did it many years before already. So the Square is a monopoly. The only explanation is Square need to be something and monopoly, right? So let us see. One reason for Square to rise so sharp in 2020 is the Bitcoin. It's because of the Bitcoin. So when we goes back to 1 year before, to 2019 to 2020, why the price is not goes up? It's because Bitcoin's price is dropping. Bitcoin's price is dropping. So this year, in this year, why it goes up very sharply is because of the Bitcoin. What Square did. So when we look at Square share, share price increased from 60 to, it's nearly something like that, to 4 times in 2020, right? And we can see the Bitcoin price increased also from 4,000 to 1 day before is 27,730 per Bitcoin. So actually, Square has 2 income from the Bitcoin. One is Square can trade Bitcoin. You can use the Bitcoin for the trade. You know, then you can trade 0.1 Bitcoin, right? In some Bitcoin's platform, you can trade 0.1 Bitcoin, you can buy 0.1 Bitcoin, but you have a special number for yourself, right? No one can go into your account. And besides that, how to use a Bitcoin when you have, right? How to buy things using Bitcoin. You buy things using Bitcoin, you have to use some platform. Then Square is one of the platform. You can use Square. You can use Bitcoin in Square's platform. So a lot of people will use Square to trade something by the Bitcoin and to buy things to use the Bitcoin, right? So it makes the operation net profit of Square increase a lot. But this is not the main reason. The main reason is in October of 2020, Square announced how many Bitcoins she owns. She owns 4,709 Bitcoins. What is the total cost? It's 15 million US only. That means the average price Square owns the Bitcoin is just 10,617. That means it earns 1.7 times already. And this is Square's asset. We can see the Q3 net profit of Square is only 36.5 million. And only by the Bitcoin's price increase in 2020 is already the 1 year net profit of Square. But if it is the net profit, why the PE so high? It's because that is not the operation profit. Because it's like I own a building. It's like I own a building, and the building's and the property price continues to rise up. So the PE is so high. That's the reason. That's the reason why Square's price keep going up. It's because it owns something, not from the operational. Something you just imagine Bitcoins is a property, and the property price rise up. That's the reason. Not the operation. And some of the Bitcoin she brought in is well under 10,000, maybe just 5,000, 6,000. So that's the reason Square's price goes up so sharply in the past year. But what happened now? You know, PayPal's also announced that then she can trade the Bitcoin. She accepts to trade the Bitcoin. And PayPal joined the Bitcoin in October 2020. And PayPal's PE is only 82, much lower, right? So think about if Bitcoin price drops in 2021, what will happen to Square's share price? It will drop sharply. I don't know. Bitcoin's price will continue to rise up. I don't know, because I have colleague from UK. He's a UK guy. His name is Paul. Then I went with him on 2017 to buy the GPU cards from Nvidia in Hong Kong. For what? For mining of the Bitcoin. In 2017 and 18, it rises up very sharply. But it drops on 2019. And then it rises up again in 2020. We don't know. Seems Bitcoin's price still going up. But how about if Bitcoin's price drops? If Bitcoin's price drops, that means Square's stock price will drop sharply. We don't know. We don't know, so be careful on that. So it can be explained that because Square is monopoly on Bitcoin as well as its property rise up. But the point is because it's not the net profit rise up, so the PE is so high. Another one that benefit from another company that benefit from the Bitcoin price rise up is the Nvidia. Not only Nvidia, AMD, and Intel, they all got benefit. It's because they need the GPU for the mining. But it passed it this time for Nvidia's growth passed it already, because that trend's over. But the point is, why Nvidia's stock price still rising up, and it's still at the highest, it's still at the high position. Why? It's because Nvidia goes into another business. Not only for mining, it goes to high-speed computing for electrical vehicle, for the big data, and for the server, and for anything involved in the artificial intelligence. It needs the high-speed computing for the computer. So that makes Nvidia's PE. You can see the PE at the lower left-hand corner is 84.6 only. It's because its net profit really growth, not the property, right? Not it owns a lot of Bitcoin. So actually, when we have time, we will introduce the Nvidia in the program. Okay, so we shares up till now. So I recorded this video on 30 of December. That means one day before. So actually, at the time, the Dow Jones drops a little bit, and Nasdaq drops a little bit, but it doesn't matter because Dow Jones index and Nasdaq index, it rise up a lot already, right? You can see from the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq history figure, right? So it rise up a lot. It's still at the peak. Okay, so thanks guys for watching, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and today is the first day of 2021. Then wish all of you have a very good year of 2021. And again, we hope, actually in Hong Kong, right? Actually in Hong Kong, we have, Hong Kong have 7.5 million people, quite small, right? And we have average about 70 cases per day. And in this month, it goes a little bit higher, right? Normally we just less than 20 cases, and I know in UK, in America, still a lot of cases, but because the vaccine already comes out, so I hope it will reduce in the first quarter, and I hope this pandemic of COVID-19 can end in the first quarter, or if not, then I hope it will end in the second quarter, right? So because it affected seriously on a lot of people, right? So welcome guys, and thanks for watching my first one of the video. So please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe. Then our program will be once per week. That means so its name is called US Stock Market Weekly, right? If you have any comment, then you can leave in the YouTube, and also you can email me, usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. Okay, thanks guys for watching. So let us see next week. So you hit the subscribe, then when new video come up, YouTube will inform you, right? Okay, see you guys next week. Happy New Year. Bye.